No. Why would you go back to border? DarkZero just smoked M80 on it 7-2, and Cloud9.
It is border. It is border though. Like, it's hard to. Yeah, exactly. It's hard to understand why we're here. Orgless was the only one, not only positive rated, positive KD, right? Not only all that, everyone on. That boogie drone's not getting used for Verd. Orgless is going to immediately smash open a barricade in all likelihood and sprint in and try to get an opening. Well, not anymore because he's dead. Pambazoo playing a classic Pambazoo DZ position, by the way. He loves to bob and weave around that rotate hole on the side of these stairs. And what do you know? Goes for a flank, wraps around, immediately hits Packer, immediately hits 3 in C9's face. I mean, this is an old classic. Actually, might have been there's a secondary layer right behind that. Silent will take control down below, moving quickly into East Stairs, but down goes Dream. Where? I've got no goddamn idea.
Reloading! The thing that I do know is that he was the sole hard breacher. So they are not looking pretty on whatever plan A was. Gitty to be able to play more aggressively right now, and the DarkZero, they can just start to drop off slowly but surely.
Oh my god, Pambazoo hitting the wraparound again. Different position, but exact same maneuver he did before. Packer will catch it. So 2v3 for Cloud9 as they have acquired full vertical control. Can't do a whole lot with it. Oh, just spot Citizen. Ooh, overstaying his welcome inside of CCTV. Now all of a sudden you have something workable here. NGR with that C4 will likely want to use it earlier on to try and bring a pick back, because there's not a lot of easy spots you can use it for plant denial on the site. Watching this hatch too, as he knows they've taken control of CC. Nice destruction on that DP, but with 35 seconds remaining and no flashes for Orgless, you're really hoping Packer, I was about to say, can get a lot of movement, opening things up with that Blackbeard, but he's by himself right now. Kobe's still up top, and it's only Blackbeard down below. We need to see that Flores join Packer pretty soon as he spots Amira all by her lonesome. Pushes her deeper and deeper into vent. He's by himself. Nave stuck inside.
Filled
here we go.
By players. Nice little activate on the goggles there, and a C4 going to be attempted. The nade to try and displace, but it's not going to come off there for DZ, losing that entry battle.
A little bit of damage to Packer, but he's got to be careful. He too doesn't overstay his welcome.
Ooh, great swing there from Gitty. Some good information being exchanged, right? Let's go off. We've got the glass, we've got some smokes. A lot comes down to how well Nathan Citizen can play inside of this final 20.
Ooh, what a find for Dream right there. Citizen 1v4 around the corner, no C4, and no angle on this player putting the case down. He tries to see the feet, but Giddy's already taken the courtyard.
Worry is that the Blackbeard gets banned now, and some of that bite does start to disappear a little bit out of those attacks.
What?
The biggest key. It will be very difficult to take control of that. Freebie, the silent there on NJR. That's some great with the drones from Cloud9.
Smart.
Maybe the FNATs as well. Of course, you've got the Twitch. As I say, the Twitch gets himself taken out there by Pambazoo. There's nothing there for a direct trade. There's a bit of ground starting to be gained right now. Dream gonna pick Spirits off. Almost feels like a death by 1,000.
Rotating back to site without really losing all that much. 4v3, but only 15 seconds left. The C4 could go big as Nave sends it out. Packer backs up, but not far enough. Dream maintains that advantage, but you've lost that tip of the spear. The Fuse are going down to the other site as the brief misdirection by C9 pays off. Dream by himself, though, as Silence dropped down below. It's a 1v1 that Pambazoo will be trying to clear this top floor quick. Garo Hook set up outside a sandwich window, and in she goes. And out she is sent by the Vector. Pambazoo, the Reaper, with this rapid-fire weapon, puts Cloud9 to the 2v4 as Packer desperately trying to deal with this Mira. It's a tussle to be sure, and no clear victor until Pambazoo with the secondary finds his late frag. But then you get 3-4 kills off it. You know, you've won the round, that's fine. But now you're down to 1 drone, minute 10 seconds. What do you have? You're not even in the building. They're just trying to send it into Armory, and there's Private Packer, but he's, again, just like the Amar.
There's 30 seconds left. Dream does have the kit. What are they going to be able to do with it?
No
Orgless taken down by Pambazoo. Isn't able to get the second, but the trade is there immediately. Spirits. He only had 1 kill up until the previous round and has just hit a very nasty double. Firmly warmed up now.
Okay.
Don't feel like this is doable for Silent. May have hit a nice shot, and he might hit another.
Oh,
He's going
okay.
to struggle with only 2 seconds left.
Hey, that's 4-4 though.
We can't do the same thing. We can't be too predictable. We've got to go for something really outlandish, and we've got to throw ourselves through a window with a Gyro hook. In their lucky stars, this is a 3-3, because Cloud9 had the potential there, not to run away with the heart.
As DarkZero been setting up by East, first one goes in, able to shoot it right on the ground, and Nafe is like, nope, I'm not dealing with that. Immediately hops out, but Panba and NJR zoom right in. 4v3 established for DZ. Giddy, great play, swinging ahead of that Candela, but he's worked himself in a bit of a tricky spot now, trapped in the corner. Flashbang goes out. Great individual play, taking out Nafe, but now he's in a really difficult position. But now that NJR has been down with that C4, Giddy might be able to bait them in and play his life, but not now that he's the only one left. Great call by Spirits there, rotating across, chancing the 1v1, and boy, does that gamble work.
Look at the difference there in that into the regional league, and especially when there's, you know, pretty decent import of Brits here now as well. It does make things exciting. Pambazu this time kicking things off with a kill onto Kobe Lax. That Legion downed. Only half of the canisters, or half of the goo mine, should I say, will be out there and active at this moment.
Spirits with the piss guns with that Specchio scanner creep down below. Might be trying to move in quick. That's why Deimos targets that Solus to make sure they have her locked down. But Packer is able to get the best of it with that SMG-11. Drops that diffuser cold on the floor. How the hell is he sniped Citizen with that one? Still advantage for DZ, but it can get real close. Oh, it can get real close from here. Because with no Candelas remaining, one of 2 flashes goes out, and Giddy plays behind. Allow DarkZero to move on in. Allow him to start putting this case down. A drone goes out to watch the cross, watch the swing, as Giddy will let us move into the post, but they both lined up for him. The first one slips by, and the...
Slow them down in their endeavors. They're still posturing at the moment in and around this east stair area, and it's going to be Kobe Lax to, in fact, pick up that opener. But it isn't an opener or an advantage for long, as it is immediately traded.
Marked by that second death mark tracker, immediately taken off as they're just trying to find the position, and Smoke's not really in a useful position to capitalize off that intel right now. Spirits will cut down the castle. He will regret overstaying his welcome if that hatch was open. The Packer trying to bring it back. One player just around the corner. Citizen on the cutoff finds one, but he still knows that the smoke is there, that Packer's there. He's ready for it. Final one goes out, and he's spotted from the break room position. Took a little bit to get going, but DarkZero creep into border.
Though they haven't played it, it's almost like, is it those mental war games, or that sort of mindset that they're trying to sort of make on that Monty? He can start to push through, and look at him go.
Hello? Oh, look at those EMPs. Oh, Giddy's on top of him. Runs right into the Monty, but he's too low on time. So Nape just backs off. Little quick peek, we'll find the Cali, but Giddy is a rock in a hard place and then some in this corner. Right between the Cali and the Monty on 1 HP. What a tricky position he finds himself in. Stimmed back to full. Lucky you brought that dock, but he is not doing much as they try to take these long angle fights. NJR doing NJR things on rappel.